Today we're going to talk about the Samyang and Sigma 24mm f1.8 and f2 respectively. Which one is better and will you be able to tell them apart? Let's find out. Before going further, be sure to like this video and subscribe for more Sony gear reviews. I'm trying to reach my goal of 2,000 subs before the end of the year. It seems impossible with my thinning hair and looks. However, it's my goal and I'm trying to reach it, so please sub. Enough with the formalities. Let's get started with build and handling.
Starting off at the bottom, both lenses have a weather sealing gasket. The Sigma does not have internal seals, the Samyang does. Fully weather sealed. The Samyang has a matte black plastic body with plastic hood. Everything feels great, however Sigma is clearly next level. All metal build, even the hood is metal and it is rock solid. The manual focus is great on both lenses, however it is in a different league. With the Sigma it's much more dampened. The Sigma has the additional aperture ring and it has 1/3 click stops and works very well. Build and handling advantage goes to the Sigma.
In the past, Samyang would have problems with autofocus. How does it compare up to a third-party lens that has license to the E-mount protocols? Let's have a look.
Both lenses behaved very well with autofocus. Neither were at the Sony level, however in practice both behave very well. It's very hard to complain about the autofocus of these lenses because they are so good. If you're using the latest bodies, you'll seldom miss autofocus and low light is not a problem at all. Only in the most extreme scenarios the Sony will be better than either one of these lenses.
Inquiring minds need to know which lens is sharper and will it make much of a difference? Let's find out right now.
Take note, the Sigma is noticeably wider than the Samyang, as you can see right here, and I'll let you know why that matters a little bit later. Other than, well, it's noticeably wider. Let's get started. Wide open, Sigma at f2, Samyang at f1.8. Going towards the center, they look comparable. We move towards the mid frame, and once again it's I would say that Sigma is a little bit sharper right here. These lines go towards the far corners and Sigma has a tiniest of advantage here and this structure back here. This time we'll stop down the Samyang to f2 and we'll keep the Sigma wide open, so they're both at f2, and you can see that just 1/3 of a stop and the Samyang is now sharper than the Sigma. And this follows with the mid frame as well. Moving to f2.8, the Samyang maintains the lead. Sigma hasn't caught up, and mid frame the Samyang is a little bit sharper. Stopping down to f4 and the Samyang improves a little bit more. You can see this tower is really pin sharp. Move towards the mid frame and they are kind of comparable when it comes to the mid frame. Stopping down to f5.6, the Samyang holds the lead at the far corners. Let's double check the mid frame and you can see that the Sigma is a little bit sharper on the mid frame, so it's a trade-off. Moving to f8, they are both so close. I would say the Samyang is slightly stronger, and when it comes to mid frame then Sigma is slightly stronger and Sigma is slightly stronger in the center of the frame as well.
Sigma has always been known for a great bokeh. Do you think that the Samyang could hang with the Sigma? Let's have a look and find out.
Time for the moment of truth. One is at f2, one is at f1.8. Can you tell them apart? This is all the way at the edge of the frames. Okay, are you ready for it? Time for the reveal. At this distance, they are remarkably similar. I would say that the Samyang has a tiny bit more blurring ability. You see this bridge is a little bit fatter in this area. Can you tell the difference between f2 and f1.8? Let's have a look right here and we'll get even closer. Is that helping a little bit? Okay, time for the reveal. Are you surprised? From what I can tell, the Samyang has a slightly cleaner bokeh. It's kind of hard to see right here. However, you can see this item right here. Samyang doesn't have much this double lining at all. I mean, it does, but it's very faint. And look at the trees. They're busy here and they're soft here. Yeah, so when it comes to bokeh, the Samyang has been superior. And you can see it on the right hand as well. It's slightly blurrier on the Samyang, and it's probably partly due to the longer focal length or longer angle of view. Earlier we found out the Samyang, it was a little bit longer than the Sigma, so longer lenses will provide more blurring ability.
So if you're enjoying yourself so far, be sure to like this video. And now we'll continue on with CA and LoCA.
The Sigma has a little bit more chromatic aberration compared to the Samyang, which is not very noticeable. However, when it comes to LoCA, that's where the Sigma has an advantage, and since that one is a little bit harder to correct, I will give this category to the Sigma just by a little bit.
Alright, let's have a look at flare and Sunstars.
Most of the time these lenses behave well with flare. You can see that the Sigma has a little bit, it's not too much, and the Samyang is very good. However, it does have this one death spot, and when the light hits it from the top, it can flash and ruin your shot. When it comes to Sunstars, neither one is extraordinary, both are okay, and I would give the Samyang an advantage, and overall I would give Sigma better flare and Sunstars just by a little bit.
Any videographers here? Let's take a look at focus breathing. How do they compare?
One of the lenses behaves much better in controlling angle of view when focus distance is changing. Can you figure out which is which? Time for the reveal. Yes, the Samyang behaves much better when it comes to focus breathing. Not much of it at all. Winner in this category, Samyang.
Let's briefly go over the size and weight of these lenses. Let's take a look.
Both lenses are essentially the same when it comes to size. However, the Sigma is significantly heavier, coming in at 360 grams, and the Samyang is only clocking around 230 grams. The Samyang uses 58mm filters, and the Sigma uses an odd 62, and it seems odd if you don't know why they do it this way. The Samyang has other lenses that are compatible, like the 18, 35, and 75mm, which all use 58mm. When it comes to Sigma, there's a 24 and 65mm f2, and that's about it. It would be an incredible combo, however limited. The advantage in this category goes to the Samyang, more compatible lenses with the same filter threads, and significantly lighter in weight.
Let's talk about the value of these lenses. The Samyang comes in at $499 and the Sigma comes in at $639. And both lenses are good in their own ways. The Samyang has a lot of options. You have that Autofocus, you have the switch for autofocus, manual focus, or aperture control. It is all electronic, whereas the Sigma has the autofocus manual focus switch and that aperture control wheel. I mean, you're paying more for the Sigma. However, look at this thing. It is a pure steel beast. It's all metal build. So I do think both lenses are priced fairly, and so my rating for both of the lenses is going to be very comparable. So which lens is for you? If you don't want to spend that extra few $100s for the Sigma, the Samyang gives you overall better image quality. The overall optics is slightly better, however, it's really close, and what's not close is the build quality. What's not close is the price and weight, so you have to factor all of those items in. With Sigma, you're going to pay more, but there's one thing I didn't touch on, and it's the warranty. Sigma offers 4 years of warranty in the United States, and I've used it before on past lenses, and it's acceptable. Both are great lenses. However, if you're gonna build a collection, Sigma currently offers more of the same filter size family lenses, so it'll be easier to build a more complete set. However, if you're the less is more type, the Sigma has the 24 and 65, which can make a great pair. There's no denying that. The Sigma is a tool that I love and hate at the same time. The look is great. However, the weight makes me want to leave it behind. It's like my wife after a trip to the buffet. So I hope I was helpful and not confusing. It's a tough choice to make. Anyhow, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you on the next one. Thank you and take care.